We got to make our way, Charlie. Come on, hurry. Oh, we got a crowd here tonight. Excuse me. Thank you. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're trying to get over there to the sound booth. Are you back there, Charlie? help us through here. Yeah. All right. All right. Come on, Charlie. All right, all we got to do is make it to that door, Charlie. Get to the door, and we're going to be safe. Wow, that's a crowd tonight, Charlie. Woo-hoo. Oh, there's the door. The famous screeching door. Come on, get in. Close it. Oh, we got to get Travis to fix it. It's been years. At least 10 years. Oh, okay. All right, Charlie. Hurry up. Get over there to the soundboard. Put your headphones on. It's time to go to work, old buddy. Are you ready? All righty. Hit it.
Absolutely listening to the George Espenlaub Show, coming to you live from the Funny Farm. Now, with no further ado, here comes Georgie.
And off we go. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We want to welcome you. We want to welcome you to the George Espenlaub Show. And we're coming to you live from the Funny Farm in a place called Our World. And whether you're down the street, around the corner, across America, or somewhere around the world, we want to welcome you. And I am telling you tonight, we have got a humdinger of a show planned for you. Wow. You talk about high energy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have high energy with us tonight. And I'm going to introduce them in just a very short time. I do want you to know that a portion of tonight's show is sponsored by Grummy's Custom Flags. He makes custom wood flags made to order with the logo of your choice. Beautiful, beautiful pieces of work. You look them up on Facebook. That's Grummy's, Grummy''S, Grummy's Custom Flags. And Travis, that's the man who does this work. Travis's phone number is this, 814-207-5489. Grummy's Custom Flags. You go check it out, and I know that you will like what you see. And his phone number, 814-207-5489. And I know he'll be glad to hear from you. Just tell him Espenlaub sent you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, Romans, and countrymen, we have with us tonight high energy. Listen, By the time, well, not even by the time we get done. As soon as we start, you're going to think you took a drink of rocket fuel because this is high energy stuff. I'm so delighted, so happy to be able to introduce to you the King Stand Band. And we have with us Mark, Ted, and John, three of the members of the band. Gentlemen, welcome to the George Espenlaub Show.
Well, thanks, George. It's great to be here. We've been followers for a while and just hugely excited to be on your show.
Well, we are certainly honored.
That's right. Thanks, George.
Yes, sir. We're certainly honored to have you fellas. You guys are in different parts of the country. Tell us where you're calling from.
Well, this is Mark, and I'm dialing in from Colorado and in Denver. I'll let the other guys introduce themselves. I'm the drummer.
I'm Ted. I'm dialing in from Parker, Colorado. I'm the guitar player, lead guitar.
John, are you?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I'm here. This is John. I'm out in Monterey, California today, and normally I am in Colorado. And I'm real excited to be on the show today.
Isn't modern technology awesome, fellas?
We're getting better and better at this.
Yeah. Sometimes when I run into those technical difficulties, I always ask a kid to help me because kids know how this stuff really works. But did any of you guys ever dream when you was growing up that we would see all this stuff taking place around us?
Well, certainly the music industry has changed huge. I mean, just being able to do what we're doing tonight is, even 20 years ago wasn't even on the, a possibility of what we're doing with this show that we're doing. So the music industry and the way we use music today has completely changed. And
Right.
I suppose for the good news is it makes the music much more available to everybody.
I tell you, when I was growing up and learning how to play the guitar, I would sit in the basement and I would put my finger on the turntable and I'd move the record up a little so I could hear what was going on. And then I'd pick up my guitar and try and play what I just heard. Then I'd put my finger on the record player and move it up a little more. And that way I could play in slow motion and I could learn what these guys were doing. And now I just go onto YouTube and find a video and have some kid show me how to do it.
Isn't it amazing?
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Ted, there's no doubt you can with the access we have to music now. You can listen to any artist you want, anytime you want, and just plug some holes in your playing if you feel that that's what you'd like to do. It's tremendous.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If I wanted to go listen to Robert Johnson, I had to go down to the record store and find the record.
Right.
Now I just type his name into the Google machine and it all comes up.
All right, guys. Tell us about King Stand Band. When it started, how y'all got hooked up, and so on and so forth. Would you do that?
Yep. Let me. Since actually I'm one of the founding members of the band. I mean, I can tell you about how we got started. In fact, we've been around playing since about 2007. Stan and I got together with another bass player at the time. Stan's resume is ridiculous. He toured with Wilson Pickett. He toured with Junior Walker and the All-Stars, and he started with Clarence Carter, blind Clarence Carter. As far back as he was a teenager, he played at the Apollo Theater there in New York. So his his resume goes pretty far. And as soon as you hear his voice, you understand what an experienced sort of blues or soulman can provide to a band. I mean, the first time I ever played with him, I'm just going, oh my gosh, I'm gonna enjoy playing with this guy for as long as I can. And luckily we've gone a long time. And actually that bass player that was playing with us at that time got married and moved back to New York. So it was just me and Stan for a while. And I said, do you want to keep going? He said, sure, let's find some guys. So I happened to have a friend that I was in a band with in high school who was a bass player. He sat in with us for a while, and I asked him, hey, who's the best guitar player in Colorado? And he said, well, Ted Lowry is. I said, well, let me give him a call. And I called up Ted, and we brought Ted into the band. And then our John and I's daughter actually were in a sorority together at Colorado State, and they were talking, and they said, well, my dad's a bass player, and my daughter said, well, my dad's a drummer, and he's looking for a bass player. And sure enough, I called up John, and we've had a bromance ever since. And different folks have come in and out of the band. We actually have 3 rules in the band. They're pretty simple rules. The first rule is you can't be a dick. The second rule is you got to be able to play your instrument. And the third rule is C rule number 1. And that's pretty much it. We've lived, you'd be surprised how many guys that we've had in the band that couldn't live by those rules.
What was that last one? Ego?
The first one is you can't be a dick.
Uh-huh.
The second one is you got to be able to play your instrument.
Uh-huh.
And the third rule is C rule number 1.
Cool.
It makes life simple. I think all bands should live by those rules.
I'll say that's pretty awesome. Hey, John, they tell me that you played with some pretty heady groups there in the past too, huh?
Yeah, I had the opportunity when I was back in my college days. And frankly, it helped get me through college and big time. Is that I had a chance to do a lot of like what I would call like venue kind of work, and I got to play for a lot of very big names at the time when I was doing it, and it was a great help to me, to be frank, because it when you're playing a show for somebody like an Al Martino or Bobby Vinton or somebody back in those days, and there's 22 people on stage with you or more, you start to learn a lot real fast. And I was probably the youngest kid on the stage, but it was a just tremendous experience. I got to play with a lot of wonderful, wonderful people who, were, absolutely the height of professionalism. And I learned a tremendous amount in a couple, 3 years while I was working my way through college doing that. It was outstanding.
Hey, have any of you fellas, you being in the business, has you, John, for instance, playing with Martino and Bobby Vinton, Bobby Sherman, and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. When it's happening, okay, it's a thrill. I'm playing music with these certain people, but did it occur to you a little bit later in life as you moved on down the road, and especially now as you look back, like, did you get that wow feeling every now and then?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This will sound so simple, I guess, but when you're 21, 22 years old and you're sitting there and they've handed out all the books and you're sitting there and you're getting ready to, have the conductor kick this thing off and the stars walking down the center of the theater and you just listen to it you're playing it, and you're playing the guy's book. You're playing his last album, and you're sitting there and you're going, my God, it's everything sounds perfect. It sounds perfect, and you just sit there and go, you do pinch yourself and go, I can't believe I'm in the middle of this. Now, of course, I was a young kid, right? I guess by the time you're doing that and you're 50, you probably don't care anymore. I don't know. I still care, but it was a pinch yourself moment, because you just sit there and go, God, this is it, guys. This is what the guy recorded in the studio.
Wow. Hey, guys, can I play Got You Back?
You betcha. Let her rip.
Sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, Romans, and countrymen, I'll guarantee you're going to give me both of your ears. And listen, I'll also guarantee that if you're sitting down, you won't be sitting down very long. Got you back.
You back, baby. I got you back again. Got you back, baby. I got you back again. Got you back. You were on my mind. Got you back, baby. Love you all the time. Flutter, babe. Said this can't be so. Got you. Tell me where you been. Got you now. You again. Play the blues now.
Got you back. Wow. That'll set your foot tapping, your head bobbing, your fingers snapping, and your booty shaking. That'll get you for sure. Hey,
George, did you like that slide guitar in that song?
I like that.
That's Ted Guitar Lowry playing that slide guitar. Just an amazing piece of work.
You guys.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely, Ted.
Oh man, when I was watching the videos this afternoon, and when you guys are performing, there's just how do I want to say this? Well, let me start this way. I told you off the air that when I look at your picture, I see maturity, diplomacy. The other one was you've been there, you've done that. There's confidence. But the thing that I didn't see, and I'm the kind of guy that stands around and looks for things that other people don't. That's because I'm about half wacky and I only have one half brain cell left. But one thing I noticed that you don't have arrogance. Confidence, but no arrogance. And I think that all comes from the fact that you've been there, done that, and you've been around for a while. Am I correct?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, unlike Stan and John, I haven't. This is Ted, by the way, the guitar player. I haven't spent a lot of time touring and playing with with national acts. I've just been the local guy around town who's just been playing guitar in Colorado most of all his life. And I know a lot of people in town. A lot of people in town know me. And, I don't have anything to prove, and I wouldn't have anything to prove in the first place. I just like to go out there and enjoy myself and have a great time with these guys. And, I pinch myself, as Mark was saying, that I get to play in such a great band. And they let me, every once they let me give me the keys to the Ferrari and let me lead the band, and I have a great time doing that. And I'm just, I'm not out there trying to be the fastest gun in town or any of that stuff. I'm just out there to have fun and entertain people and just go about my business. And I don't really feel like I have to prove to anybody that I'm that good, because if I wasn't that good, I wouldn't be in this band. So I'll leave it at that.
That's very well put. Very well put. My dad told me when I was a young fella, and I had to remind myself several times throughout life. He used to look at me, when he really wanted to stress a point, he'd always call me boy. He'd say, "Boy," and I'd say, "Uh-huh." He'd say, "You can be confident, but don't be cocky." And I'd have to contemplate on that for a while and think about that for a while, try to figure out what he was saying, and then it dawned on me. It's all right to be confident, but don't be cocky. And I think that's a good attribute to have. How many years, if you can put it all together, how many years, including Stan, you have a horn section too, right?
Oh, yeah, our horn section. In fact, our sax player, Dennis, he played with Don Ho in Hawaii, believe it or not.
Wow.
And Bud has a resume very similar to John's, with all of the different jazz bands that he's played with, as well as more of the blues and R&B type bands that he's played with. So if the number of years, oh my goodness, it's in the hundreds probably of this band. This band experience that together as a combination that we have, and I think, and I hope that the listeners can pull that out. If you listen to the bass lines that John's putting into those songs, if you're listening to the guitar licks that Ted's putting in there, and you listen to Stan's voice in combination with those horns, man, oh man, is that a combination that's hard to beat?
I'm telling you, I'll say. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to do it one more time. Let's listen to Jamestown.
Rain come down. Rain come down for 3 long days. Rain come down. Wash my life away. Water done moved my house. I watch my baby float away. 3 long days. That rain done fall. 3 long days. Wash my life clean. Water done clean me out like a little life.
Jamestown. Hey guys, is there a story behind that song?
Yeah, I'll let Ted answer that since Ted wrote it.
Yeah, there's a story behind that one. A friend of mine up in Jamestown, Colorado, I think it was around 2015, we had some really bad floods here in Colorado. It essentially rained for like 3 days. And a friend of mine up in Jamestown, Eric, his trailer got swept away in the creek. Didn't actually move that far. It went down the road just a little bit. And he hooked it up and brought it home. But I wrote that song because Mark was telling me he wanted me to write us a blues song. And I thought that was kind of fun. His house floated away, but it didn't really get like too damaged. And I just made up that song to go along with it. I had been playing Red House a lot, and I wanted to do a 16-bar blues. And but I didn't want to do a slow 16-bar blues because we got enough of those slow 16-bar blues that we can pull out at the drop of a hat. So I just wanted to do something a little bit upbeat. And then I had that melody in my head and played the melody while I was singing it on the guitar. And then the horn section, which it's one of our older horn sections, they came in and they added some stuff into that. And the new horn section, if you guys should come out and see us live here in Colorado, maybe like next Saturday at the Metropolitan Steakhouse here in Colorado. Hear our new horn section and what they've done to the song. It's pretty outstanding. But that's an example of when they gave me the keys to the Ferrari there.
I like that. They give you the keys to the Ferrari. Wow. That's pretty cool. They like you, Ted. That's why they do that.
Well, they keep telling me where the gigs are, so I figure that's a good sign.
yeah. If they fail to tell you what the next address is, you might be in trouble.
That's right.
Somebody give us your website.
It's www.kingstanband.com. The sort of the history behind that name is that Stan was a Golden Gloves boxer in New York there in the 60s, and his name was King Stan when he was fighting as a kid there in the 60s. He actually did pretty well as a boxer there. Thank goodness it didn't knock the sound out of him, because he's still doing pretty good.
I had no idea that he boxed. That man is just so talented.
Oh man, he's got stories. He can tell you. And George, hopefully we can get back on your show again at some point, and I'll get Stan on there to tell you about when he played at the Apollo Theater, tell you when he was on tour with Wilson Pickett. I mean, there's bands out there that will say, Wilson Pickett was our inspiration for everything we did. No, the rhythm guitar player in that band was Stan Stroman, and he tells us how Wilson Pickett played it.
That's what the real definition of been there, done that is, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, and if you go out to our website, once again, kingstanband.com, there's links there to Facebook, to Twitter. You can follow us in any one of those places. You can get our music on Amazon as well. I'm not sure if iTunes still selling music or they're just streaming it, but you can get it there as well.
Are you guys, you're on Reverb Nation too, right?
You betcha.
Are you guys by any chance on Spotify?
As a matter of fact, we are. So you can go out and set yourself up a King Stan station if you like. Oh,
cool. kingstanband.com. And that's
it.
You guys got a real spiffy website. I like that. I spent some time there this afternoon watching the videos. Hey, there's a what was it called? Gunpowder. Oh man,
that's a great song. That's actually a cover tune that we do from Black Joe Lewis in the Honey Bears. Black Joe Lewis is currently touring around the U.S., and we picked him up and listened to him. We said, man, we can sound just like him. And I think we do a pretty good job on that cover.
You sure do. What's some of your gigs, your upcoming gigs? What dates and where are they at?
Yeah, we got quite a few coming up. We've got El Chapultepec, which is the oldest jazz bar in Denver. Ted mentioned that we're playing at the Metro here this month. We've got El Chapultepec in November. Then we're at the Roxy in Denver here in early December. And then we started all over again next January with quite a few gigs that we've got in our back pocket that we'll be getting on the website shortly. We're more than happy to travel too. So if you want us to come out to New York, George, and come out and do a show there, we're happy to come.
I'll tell you what, you guys would set them on fire. We're here in Delaware, so you guys would set this place on fire. I'm going to be with a fella that his name is Saul Knopf. He's from this area, and he's been in the music business for a long time. And he's a songwriter, singer. In fact, we've had him on the show, and he's coming back on the show the 21st of this month. But there's a concert that he'll be in up the road at Dover here with some pretty big name songwriters. And if we can connect with the right people, I know where to find you guys. And boy, I'd like nothing.
We're all over it.
We're all over it. I'd like nothing better than to see you guys come in. I'm still amazed that Stan was a boxer. Yeah, thank goodness that he did survive and didn't get punched out or beat up too bad because,
yeah.
Wow.
And you know what? Strangely enough, he's also a nurse. He's also a nurse at the hospital here in Denver.
You got to be kidding me.
So he's got a lot of talent.
I'm telling you, boxer, musician, singer, nurse.
And just all around good guy. I mean, he's just a fun guy to be around.
Wow. You guys seem like you really gel together. I mean, it's like a glove in a hand just coming to a perfect fit. Is that about how it is?
Oh, it's just as simple as we can figure out the three roles of the band.
So, the website again, ladies and gentlemen, is King Stan Band. I get my tongue twisted. KingStanBand.com. That's their website. And you can find their music pretty near everywhere. But go to that website. You'll really enjoy it. Wow. Guys,
Yeah, take a look at some of the videos we've got out there. We've got some good videos when we played at the Pikes Peak Blues Festival down in Colorado Springs. Really showed off what we can do, and it was great sound, and the videos came out really nice down there.
Yeah, there are some super duper whooper whopper videos on your website. I was thinking, wow, these things are really put together good. I like that. So the horn section, let me ask you one more time about the horn section, because I think that makes it so cool. And as I listen to your music, I can hear I can hear the different instruments like by themselves, but yet they're all coming together. Does that make sense? I mean, it's distinct.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I'll let John talk about that, because that's not an easy thing to do. You know, players can play individually pretty easily, but when you've got a six-piece band there, folks need to know what's coming up next, what's going out on different measures and on different pieces of the music, and Stan being more of the play by the hip, and he's going to give you a different show every time you come and see us. The horn players really got to be on their toes.
Yeah, and they are. Between Bud and Dennis, and Bud does a lot of the arrangements and prepares the parts, and Dennis, who is the trumpet player, the two of them together work really terrifically well together. It's, as you say, it is that hand in glove kind of feeling where they can resolve things and revise things to fit, and just do an outstanding job of driving it. And they are both terrific soloists in their own right, which adds a tremendous amount of professionalism to our shows. But those two guys are just excellent musicians.
Guys, excuse me. Before I let you go, I've got to play Paying the Cost. I'll play this, then I'll come back to you, and we'll talk about saying see you later. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, Romans, and countrymen, I know I have your ears, both of them, paying the cost.
You act like you don't want to listen when I'm talking to you. You think you can do, baby, anything you want to do. You just got to be crazy. You got to be out of your mind. Long as I'm paying the bills, woman, I'm paying the cost to be the boss. I drink if I want to, and I play a little poker too. Don't you say nothing to me, long as I'm taking care of you. As long as I'm working, baby, and paying all the bills. Don't want no back talk from you about the way I'm supposed to live. You just got to be out of your mind. Long as I'm paying the bills, no girl, I'm paying the cost to be the boss. All right now. Now you're supposed to be my woman. You act like you're ashamed. You don't act like my woman. You just using my name. I tell you I'm gonna handle all the money. I don't want no back talk. If you don't like the way I'm doing, pick up your things and walk. Oh, baby. Long as I'm paying the bills, no girl, I'm paying the cost to be the boss. Paying the cost. Son, I'm paying the cost. Oh, I'm paying the cost. I'm paying the cost. I'm paying the cost, little girl. I'm paying the cost to be the boss. All right. I'm paying the cost. I'm paying the cost. Oh, I'm paying the cost. Yes, I'm paying the cost. I'm paying the cost to be the boss. All right. I'm paying the cost. I'm paying the cost. I'm paying the cost. Yes, I'm paying the cost. I'm paying the cost. I'm paying the cost to be the boss. Paying the cost.
You got to pay the cost. Oh,
Right.
my. Go ahead.
How's that for an old B.B. King blues song?
I'm telling you. Wow. Hey, guys. I said about 30 minutes. Yeah, right. It's been like 45, almost 45 minutes. Fellas, I really appreciate you taking the time out of a busy schedule to come and be on the show tonight. I appreciate your music. And please make sure that you tell Stan that I just envy that man. I admire that man. Never met him personally, but I just envy and admire that man. That God gave him so much talent. I can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time anymore. And he's been there, done that. Oh my goodness! But please tell him that I appreciate him so very, very much. You guys are wonderful gentlemen. Tell the fellows, the other fellows that's in the band that couldn't be with us tonight, tell them I appreciate them. You guys are just wonderful people. And yes, please, I want you to come back again as soon as we can get things all fixed up and, all that stuff. Please come back.
That'd be great. We're gonna go. We're just about to go back in the studio and start working on a new album. So we get that knocked out. We'd love to come back on and get some new tunes out to you. We absolutely had a blast, George.
Oh my, yeah. When you get that thing all wrapped up, you holler, man. You got it.
All right.
All right. Thanks, George.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you, George.
Hey, listen.
Thanks again.
Tracy's got my phone number. You guys got my phone number. Somebody's got my phone number. But you call me.
Betcha.
You call me anytime you want to. All righty.
All right.
Same goes here, George. Thanks again.
All right, guys. Thank you. God bless you.
Yep.
God bless
You too.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was part of King Stan Band. And I want to say a very special thank you to a very special lady, Tracy Chairhart, for arranging that whole thing, that they became our guest on the show tonight. Thank you very, very much, Tracy. You have been just a tremendous, tremendous help, and I appreciate it so very, very much. I'll be back right after this.
The Swinging 60s.
The Swinging 60s.
The Swinging 60s.
The Swinging 60s.
The Swinging 60s Show with Harry Burke on Spreaker.com.
Hey, this is Harry over here in Ireland. Welcome you to the Swinging 60s Show. Sunday evenings, 2000 hours GMT. I will play Beatles, Kinks, Beach Boys, Carpenters, Elvery Brothers, lots of classic oldies. We have quizzes. We have all things going on here. So Google the Swinging 60s Show. Be heard. Come into the chat room.
And make sure that you do. Just Google the Swinging 60s Show. Harry can be heard right here on Spreaker, amongst other places also. The Swinging 60s Show with Harry Burke out of Ireland. I was going to say Ireland, Pennsylvania. Come on, Espenlaub. What in the world? Ireland, Pennsylvania. Out of Northern Ireland. My goodness gracious. Stop it. Oh, what is wrong with you tonight? Yeah, you're goofy. That's what it is. Anyhow, I can't remember if we did this or not, but we did that. Okay. Anyhow, here, I've got some special announcements for you. Get it right. My goodness gracious, Aunt Sally. If nothing else, we have a lot of fun around here. I have said this several times before, but I want to say it one more time. There's a lot of moving parts behind this radio show. Trust me. People behind the scenes that listeners doesn't even know about. But there is several. And I just want to say thank you to all those behind the scenes. You hear my big mouth behind the microphone, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that really make this thing happen. And I just want them to know that I appreciate them with all my heart and thank them for everything that they do. And after saying all that, on Friday night, let me grab my little dooflicky here. On Friday night, out of Hollywood, we're going to have, excuse me, Marianne Radini Spencer. She will be with us. She's an author, an author. She does screenplays. She plays a big part in Hallmark. Yeah, I always get it mixed up. Hallmark, the TV station. But Marianne will be with us on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So tune in. Monday night, this coming Monday night. One night last week, we played the music of the Threadbarons out of Colorado. They will be with us on Monday night at 9:30 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thread Barons. And Dan will be with us. And then at 8 o'clock on the 16th, we will be having S.E. Bagheri. He was the child soldier, remember? He was with us several months ago, and he was on his way to Hollywood, where they're going to make a movie. He's written a book, so he's going to come back, give us a report of how it went with the producers and all the people there in Hollywood, tell us where it stands, when they're going to produce this thing, so on and so forth. So that's some of the things. On the 21st, as I mentioned earlier, we'll have Saul Knopf right here, and we will be promoting the big concert in Dover on the 26th. On the 25th, that's a Friday night, Pam Taylor will be with us from the Flying V's, if I got that right. Another high-energy band. So we got a lot of things going on. Not only that, we are looking in to take this thing up another notch. We're looking at some software and so on and so forth, and we'll keep you posted with that. We're going to run some tests here in the next couple of days. I think it's going to really crank us up another notch and put us out into another area. We'll see what happens, but I want to thank everybody behind the scenes that has helped us through all this journey.
Oi, 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 oi.
So why that look on your face, the tears in your eyes? I feel the seed of doubt, but I'm telling no lie.
All righty. Hey, listen, I want to say thank you to the King Stand Band and the members that were here with us tonight. Tremendous group of fellas. And they're going to come back. They're going into the studio. They're going to do their thing. When they get it all done and they come out and it's distributed, they're going to come back on. And hopefully Stan can be with them this time. But they are a tremendous, tremendous group. And I thank them for taking the time to be with us. We're going to get out of here. I was trying to look on this crazy schedule thing. Sometimes I don't see the same. I don't see the same thing twice. I don't know if that ever happens to you, but sometimes, never mind. It's just Espenlaub cracking himself up like he always does. But anyhow, we're going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you had a good time tonight listening to the show wherever you might be. And remember, if you know somebody that didn't hear tonight or was not able to hear tonight, tell them. Go back in and listen to it again and even download it, and you can do with it whatever you want. We're up by I think we're close to 1,200 downloads, so take one, take two, take three. Some days there's 20 and 25 of them downloaded, so take as many as you want. Don't cost you a nickel. Oh my goodness. I'm tired. I'm getting sleepy and I'm getting silly. Of course, I spend the biggest part of my day being silly, nonetheless. All right, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And whether you're down the street, around the corner, across America, somewhere around this world, this is George Espenlaub saying, if it's nighttime where you're at, you have a very pleasant night. If it's already daytime, you have a great day. But regardless of where you are, what time it is, I trust that you'll stay safe, be kind one to another, take care of one another, and may God keep you right in the center of His hand. And until Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, this is me and the whole gang here at the Funny Farm saying thank you for tuning in, and I hope you come back again. Good night, everybody.